They taught you to memorize equations, but never how to create freedom. They made you solve problems on paper, but never how to solve the ones in your bank account. You learned how to pass tests, but not how to pass financial storms. They told you to study hard, get a good job, and save what's left, but never explained why most people who follow that plan end up trapped, tired, and one paycheck away from panic. And then one day, you wake up. You look around and realize you've spent half your life working for money, without ever truly understanding how money works for you. You were trained to play the wrong game, and the system is perfectly designed to keep it that way. Because if everyone knew how money really works, no one would stay stuck. The frustration, the illusion of the system. No one ever told you that time is your most valuable asset, that every hour you trade for money is an investment, and every day you waste is a debt you'll never recover. While you were taught to work harder, others learned to make their money work smarter. While you were told to save what's left, others were investing what they had and multiplying it. The truth is, the system doesn't want thinkers, it wants consumers, because consumers keep the machine running. You're told success comes from effort, but it's not effort that builds wealth. It's direction. Think about it. How many people do you know who work harder than anyone else but never seem to move forward? They're not lazy. They're lost. And it's not their fault. It's the training they received. For years, we've been handed financial advice that keeps us trapped. Go to school, get a job, buy a house, save a little, retire someday. But here's the secret nobody told you. Retirement isn't freedom. It's a delay. Freedom isn't what you get after 40 years of working. It's what you build when you understand how the game of money really works. The turning point, the 3 money truths. Schools never taught you today. You'll learn the 3 truths that change everything. They're simple, but they're not easy. And once you see them, you'll never see money the same way again. First truth, time is your greatest investor. While everyone's chasing quick results, the wealthiest people play the long game. Because they understand that money is not built in months, it's built in decades. Every dollar you invest early is like planting a tree that will feed you for the rest of your life. The problem is, most people keep cutting their trees before they grow. They start saving, then stop. They invest, then panic. They want the fruit before the roots are even strong. But the truth is, every moment counts. The earlier you start, the greater your compounding power becomes, not just in money, but in habits, mindset, and confidence. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be consistent longer than everyone else. Because time, when respected, becomes your most loyal investor. It doesn't care about your background, your degree, or your mistakes. It only rewards one thing: commitment. Those who understand time don't chase money. They build empires while others scroll and wish. Second truth compound. Interest is not about math, it's about mindset. You've heard about compound interest, but what they never told you is that it's not just a formula, it's a philosophy. Compound interest rewards patience and punishes impatience. It's the invisible force that makes the disciplined rich and the impulsive broke. The same math that builds wealth for the investor is what buries the debtor. If you invest $200 every month, it grows. If you owe $200 on a credit card, it decays. It's the same system, just reversed. The difference? Behavior. The school system taught us to memorize interest formulas, but not how they apply to our daily choices. They didn't explain that every time you swipe that card for instant pleasure, you're not buying a product. You're buying time from your future self. The financially free understand this. The game isn't about earning more. It's about keeping and multiplying what you already earn. Discipline is the real currency, and those who master it don't just gain money, they gain peace. Compound interest is proof that the universe rewards patience. You don't need luck, connections, or magic. You just need to stay consistent long enough to watch it work. Third truth, behavior is more powerful than knowledge. You can know every investment strategy in the world and still stay broke if your emotions control your wallet. Because financial success is 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. You don't need more information, you need transformation. If you keep overspending when you're stressed, if you chase quick wins, if you panic when markets drop, you're not losing money, you're losing to yourself. The hardest part of building wealth isn't finding opportunities. It's learning to stay calm while everyone else loses their mind. Real investors don't react. They respond. They don't chase excitement. They build consistency. They understand that the goal isn't to feel rich, it's to be free. And that freedom starts with one shift, making decisions based on values, not emotions. If you can control your impulses, you can control your destiny. Because money doesn't create character, it amplifies it. If you're disciplined, money will multiply your impact. If you're reckless, it will multiply your mistakes. So before chasing wealth, learn to master yourself, because self-control is wealth. The new paradigm. Here's the truth no one taught you in school. Financial freedom isn't about money. It's about mastery. You can't save your way to wealth. You build it through awareness, habits, and direction. When you finally understand time, respect compound interest, and master your behavior, everything changes. You stop chasing the next big thing. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop being a slave to your bills, your fears, and your past. Instead, you begin to play a different game, the one the wealthy have been playing quietly all along. A game built on patience, systems, and emotional control. A game where your peace matters more than your possessions. A game where you're not just earning, you're becoming. And once you start playing that game, money stops being the goal and becomes the tool that builds your vision. You didn't fail. You were simply never taught the rules. But now, you know. And knowing is power. The question is, what will you do with it? Because from this moment forward, you can either keep following the same broken plan, or you can follow the map. The same map that's guiding thousands from debt to discipline, from chaos to clarity, from fear to freedom. And that's what this series is about, your financial awakening. If you've come this far, don't stop now. So don't just watch transform. Subscribe, stay with the journey, and remember, your freedom isn't waiting for someday. It's waiting for you to begin today.